8 segments you need to set up for this holiday season. Hi, this is Andrew, the founder of Flowium email marketing agency, as well as this YouTube channel. In this video, I would like to talk about 8 segments that you need to set up for any holiday season, but specifically for this Black Friday, Cyber Monday. Recently, we released a podcast episode. It was episode 64, where Alisa and Vera were talking about the 4 segments you need to set up, and I just want to expand that podcast because I believe we need to add more. They cover the 4 segments that I will include in my 8 in greater detail, but I will give you just overall view of things that you need to do. And by the way, if you're still not subscribed to our podcast, as well YouTube channel, subscribe now. I highly recommend to subscribe and to listen, because Vera and Alyssa, they provide a lot of amazing information, and even I listen to them and learn. We work in the same company, but I learn a lot from them because they do a lot of research and they provide a lot of statistics, facts, which are very important in marketing. Okay, so let's start. So segment number 1 is a master segment. Again, this kind of segment you need to have all the time, not only for holiday season, but specifically for holiday season, and I will explain why. One of the most common mistake we see with our clients and potential clients, or some accounts where we do audit, is people are blasting campaigns to the entire list. So this master segment is your entire list of all active subscribers, people who you can send marketing email to. So they are not unsubscribed, they are not bounced, they are not suppressed, and so forth. It sounds like I'm contradicting myself. So we need the segment, but we are not allowed to send to the entire list. We highly recommend not to send to the entire list. However, on big promotion like Black Friday, Cyber Monday, Christmas, New Year, like whatever is your biggest promotion is, you should send at least once to your entire database. Any other reason, like, do not do that. It's a very, very bad practice. However, when you have the highest promo in a year for your store, then you should send to the entire list. So this is segment number 1, master segment. Are you ready for Black Friday, Cyber Monday, and other holidays? Is your marketing strategy set and up to speed with new trends? I'm excited to announce that we released our first Flowium book, which covers the latest email marketing strategies for Black Friday, Cyber Monday, and holidays. You can grab your own copy today at flowium.com/holiday. This book will help you to maximize customer growth and revenue throughout the busiest season of the year. Segment number 2, this is what Alisa and Vera were talking about in the podcast. It's your engaged segment, and this should be the segment of all of your engaged subscribers. So what is engaged segment? Engaged segment is anybody who opened any of your email in the last X number of days. And by X, we mean it's different per brand. We typically start from 90 days. So anybody who opened your email in the last 90 days, and then we either decrease or increase number of days. So giving you an example, let's say you send it to engaged list, and your engaged list is anybody who opened your email in the last 90 days. And let's assume your open rate is through the roof, like 50% open rate. It means that you should expand your engaged segment. So from 90 days, you should expand to 120 days, 150 days, 180 days. So in increment of 15 to 30 days. However, on the other hand, if you send your campaign and it got 10% open rate, so below 20% open rate, you should shrink your engaged segment to maybe 60 days, 70 days, 50 days. The goal is to be 20% or above, preferably actually bring your standard a little bit higher and try to be at 25% or higher. And just keep in mind, exclude like any and all Apple Mail, because after new release of iOS, anything you send to Apple, it will be considered 100% open, so it might screw up your general metrics. So this was segment number 2, which is engage. And by the way, you should have this segment like by default all the time, not only throughout the holiday season. Segment number 3 is VIP customers, your very important customers, very important people. Why? Because they probably drive majority of your revenue. So how do we define VIPs? Again, it's depends on the brand, but general rule of thumb is if they place an order 3+ times in your store, or maybe they place an order only once or 2 times, but their total order value is 3 times of your average order value. What I mean, so let's say your average order value is $50, and this person placed an order only once but placed an order for $150. It means 3x of your average order value, and this person you can consider as VIP. You can make your standard higher for VIP. You can do it like 4x, so 4 purchases or 4x of the average order value, but I do not recommend to go lower than 3. So segment number 4 is they have not purchased yet, but they are engaged. So here we need 2 set of definitions. So first is they place an order 0 times overall, so they never purchase from you. But the second definition is they open any of your email in the last X number of days, and that X number of days, 90, 60, 120, will be defined based on your engaged segment that we previously discussed in segment number 2. Segment number 5 is gift givers. So this is specifically for the holiday season. I love how Alisa explained on the podcast how Gap does it for their like sub brand, or like the other brand they have, Atleta, I believe, how they treat gift givers better than their actual customers. So how to set up this segment? If you have a gift cards, so anybody who purchased gift cards in the past, so this is one way to segment them out. And second way, maybe you have, some brand do, option to include gift message with the purchase. So maybe you have a box where you said, is it a gift? Yes, and include gift message. So this is 2 definition how you can segment out those gift givers and send them specific campaigns telling them, hey, you purchased gift from us before for X, Y, and Z person. You should hear what we have new for this year. This is like new changes, new discounts, or especially for you, like 20% off or something. Like you can be creative with this, but basically you should target those kind of customers with different kind of message, more personalized, and keep in mind they are buying for somebody else and not for themselves. So next segment is holiday shoppers. Holiday shoppers is anybody who placed an order last year during your holiday promo. If your store is new, just skip it, or actually set up for this year so you will have it useful for the next year. But if you are more than 1 year in business, you should set up this segment. So basically you need to set up a segment for anybody who placed an order last year between one date and another date when you had this like the sale. So just give you an example. So November, let's say you had a November 15th, you were start your promo sales, and November 30th was the last day when you run the sale. So you need to create anybody who placed an order at least once between dates November 15, 2020 and November 30, 2020. And this is your shoppers, and actually those are your hot leads who you should target because they purchased last year during this period of time, and they are more likely to buy this year during the same holiday period. The next segment is this year, not holiday buyers. This segment we need to set up so we can target again and again this kind of people who did not take you up on your offer, who did not use your promo code, they did not use your promo. So we want to create this segment so we can hit them over and over and over with the messaging this year, this holiday season, to buy from you, to use your promo or whatever promotion you do. You should always include this segment in your promo campaigns. And the last one is non-openers. I will explain you the general idea of this segment, but you might create many variations of this segment. So for example, let's say today is Black Friday, Cyber Monday, and you want to send like in AM, like in the morning, one email, in the evening, one email, and let's say closing the sale, let's say 10 p.m., 10 evening. What you want to do, you want to create a segment of people who did not open the morning email, so you can hit them in the evening. And later, like the last email you want to send in the evening to everybody who did not open, let's say the first email or second email or both of them. So this non-opener emails, you should either refresh every time or recreate and have many variation of it, and after the holiday season you can just delete them. So the setup should be, the definition of the segment is have received X, Y, and Z email, but did not open X, Y, and Z email. So those were 8 segments you should prepare for holiday season to be ready. So after you done with those segments, there's not much to do. Just like include the correct segment when you send campaign, and exclude correct segment when you send campaign. In case you have any additional questions, feel free to leave them under this video. By the way, I'm testing a new format of video, so that's why I'm driving in my car, just to be a little bit more efficient. Just provide your feedback if you like it or don't like it. And yeah, thank you for watching this.